Hello students, we are now going to learn about Newton's forward formula for interpolation. But before learning about this, let us see a small introduction on the topic interpolation. So what is this interpolation? So now, if we have an independent variable x and a dependent variable y, whose values will be given as a tabular form with respect to one another. The value of x for which the value of y is to be estimated is an intermediate value in the given set of values of x. Then the method of determining y is called interpolation. For example, now here we have an example where the values of x are given here and the value of y, which is written as f of x. Actually y, which is equal to f of x, because it is a dependent variable, it is dependent on x, it is written as a function of x. Now these are the values of x and these are the values of y. Now here they are asking us to interpolate a value x equal to 4, which lies in the values of x and particularly in between 3 and 5. So now we have to interpolate the value of x, which means corresponding to the value of x, we have to find a value of y. So for when x is equal to 4, what is f of 4 is what we have to find. So the method of determining f of 4, that is the finding the value of y for a given value of x, is known as interpolation. So this is the definition for interpolation. Now here the independent variable x is also known as argument. That is x, the variable x is also known as argument. And the dependent variable y is known as entry. So x is the argument and y is the entry. And there are several methods to to obtain the interpolated value. Few methods to list out are Newton's forward interpolation, Newton's backward interpolation, binomial method, and the Lagrange's interpolation method. So now what is Newton's forward interpolation, backward interpolation, and how we have to identify the method and apply on the problem is what we are going to learn. So now in interpolation method, the values of x may be at equidistant or they may not be equal. That is, it may be at equal intervals and they may be unequal in intervals. So whenever the values of x are placed in equal intervals, we will be using either Newton's forward or Newton's backward interpolation. And if the values are placed in unequal intervals, in particular, we will be using the Lagrange's interpolation formula. And in that, how to identify Newton's forward or backward interpolation formula which has to be applied. If the value to be interpolated lies in the forward of the table, then we use the Newton's forward interpolation formula, and if it lies at the backward of the table, we will be using Newton's backward interpolation formula. And the binomial method is used for finding the missing terms in the table of x. So this is used for finding the missing terms. Now we shall understand all these concepts better with the help of an example. So in this video we will be learning about Newton's forward interpolation formula. Let us see that now. So the Newton's forward formula for interpolation is given by, the formula is given by y equal to y naught plus u by 1 factorial delta y naught u into u minus 1 by 2 factorial delta squared y naught plus u into u minus 1 u minus 2 by 3 factorial delta cube y naught plus etc. This is the general term. Now what is this u in this, and how to find the value of u is, first of all we should observe the interval of x. When it is equally placed, the difference between x1 minus x2, which will be equal to x2 minus x1, which will be equal to x3 minus x2, and that value gives us the value of h. And the value of u is evaluated from x minus x naught by h, where this x is the value which is to be interpolated, and x naught is the first value of the table under x, under the independent variable x, and h is the difference that we have obtained here. So after finding h, we have to find u, and after finding u, we have to substitute in this formula. But before this, we have to form a difference table where we will be finding the difference y naught and the different delta squared y naught, delta cube y naught, and etc. So let us deal this with the help of an example. And this formula is used to interpolate the value of y corresponding to the value of x near the beginning value. So this formula will be used whenever x lies in the beginning of the table, beginning value of x in the table. So in our next video, we will be learning the problem on Newton's forward interpolation formula. So this is the problem which we will be solving in our next video. So kindly follow it to understand it better. Thank you.